Guten Tag, mes amis, wie geht's ihm? What? Dieter, ich bin Dieter, and Dieter's feeling good today. Dieter's feeling good because, I don't know. He's had a beer, and he's been doing cleansing to get these drugs out of his system that he had when he was in the hospital. My feet and my ankles are swollen where the guy gave the boots to me, and it's weird. It looks like I have gout, but it's not gout. It's where he put the boots to me, and so maybe I drank a little beer. Tired of feeling this pain, but maybe it's a good thing I got beat up because got my new iPhone, which I really like, and it's stimulated me to do things. I've completely stopped watching TV. I do not watch any TV at all, and I like sports. I'm not even watching sports. And instead, I'm spending time with my dog and my guitars and drawing and painting, and I think I'm getting better. So TV is gone. It's in my roommate's room, and she's welcome to it. She's welcome to it. The only thing I watch is the odd YouTube video, and even that I'm getting sick of. I'm sick of these guys, and I'm sick of a lot of the guitar channels too, because they just do the same shit over and over and over. Like I might do some of the same shit, but this is my 6 loyal viewers are helping me out with my old age therapy. So anyway, I didn't blow up. My new friend, who was actually a good guy. It was just in his possession when my amp blew, and that's not a big deal. He knows more about amps than me, so it's going to be fun fixing that, and it's going to be fun finally finishing the Champ, not the Champ kit. I got a more complicated kit from the same people, Trinity Amps, because I had so much fun building that. I wanted to build something that sounded like a Marshall, kind of a schizophrenic amp, so it's a lot more complicated, and that one's I think it's called the Tramp. So my new friend Matt is going to help me with my Tramp. And I just pulled this guitar out, and I'm going to talk to you about why I'm starting to really hate, hate's a strong word, but it's probably true, some of these guitar channels, because I'm going to show you this guitar. Now, I told you a bit about it. It's called the Godin Exit 22. Now, I don't have a lot of money. Some of you guys may think I have because I have so much gear, but this gear was acquired over 20 odd years, okay? Now, I told you a bit on my last video, when I walked out with this. I always loved my favorite guitar, because I'm an artist, my favorite guitar as far as looks goes and sound, because I love Vince Gill, and Vince Gill plays one, is the Fender Telecaster. That's my favorite guitar. I like the way it looks and stuff. So I've always wanted one. And I had actually saved the money. This was we're talking about 15, 20 years ago. When I got this, I think I got this around 2006 or something. So do the math, 19 years ago. I had the money finally for one, and so I went to Steve's Music Store in Toronto, Ontario, and they had the Telecasters. They had a real nice American one and a nice Mexican one. They were quite expensive, but it's okay. I budgeted for this. And I looked at them and I was unimpressed. As much as I wanted one, I was unimpressed. The neck felt like a big block of wood. It didn't feel sculpted at all. It didn't feel comfortable. They were heavy. And actually the Mexican made one was a better guitar than the American one. But the American had all these flags, proudly made in the USA and all that bullshit. I wouldn't have said probably made in the USA on a guitar like that. Like, honestly, it was okay, but for almost the $3,000 they wanted, it was a ripoff, I thought. So, but I played them because that's what I really wanted, and I wanted to love the American Tele. I just didn't. And the Mexican one kind of was, oh yeah, this is more what I want. But then I pulled down this because I was familiar with Godin guitars, and at the time I think I had a few good Godin nylon string guitars. We're talking like over almost 20 years ago, when I was just getting back into playing. And I thought, well, this thing, I looked at this thing and wait a minute, that's a Godin. My experience with them was good. I had a Godin classical at the time and a couple of others, and I really liked them. And so this is the thing that really, this is the guitar that got me hooked on Godin guitars, if you want to know the truth. So, like really hooked on them. So I saw this thing and I said, wait a minute. And the salesman they liked me, they just let me do my thing. Because I think I had just gotten my Yamaha classical guitar from Steve's a few weeks before, or a month before that. I was more into classical playing at the time I got this. I wasn't playing rock and roll or pop stuff. I was teaching myself classical music. That's where I started. I taught myself how to read classical music, and that's what I started, classical music. Not very good at it, but I like it. So anyway, so wait a minute, that's got a maple neck. That to me is Telly territory, and it's got a maple fingerboard, which I wanted. And I said, wait a minute, it's got a solid mahogany body, so it probably has good sustain. So I pulled this thing down, and I loved it. It played. This thing plays like a dream. And I will tell you in all honesty, it's one of my favorite guitars. You hear me talk, well, this is my favorite guitar. I love this thing to death because for 6 or 7 years almost, maybe closer to 8 years, this was my only electric guitar. I liked it so much. I thought I'd put a triple play Fishman on it to use it with my computer and stuff back in the day. But this thing just is rock solid, and it's so nice to play. I lowered the action on it a bit, and I put flat wound strings on it. So I gave you a demonstration yesterday on my thing called like more reverb. But this guitar, it's heavy, but it's sweet. It's just sweet. I love it to death. So I'm going to play a little more on that. There's our captive audience. This is one of my favorite captive audiences because she's actually playing an A minor chord properly, and she has a hat on. She has freckles, and I like freckles. And so because my little Champ tube amp is in need of serious repair, of course it's an 80-cent fucking resistor that blows up, right? Anyway, I pulled out my Fender Tweed Blues Junior here. I love this thing. So don't think I'm poo-poo on the American stuff. I love the sound of Fender amps. They're my favorite sounding amp. I'm a bang for the buck guy. And I don't like getting ripped off, and I don't like seeing people getting ripped off. So, when you have a reputation, that's fine. But your reputation should be deserved. And you have to keep that reputation by maintaining your integrity. And when you start ripping people off, I don't think Leo Fender intended to rip people off, but the people that are running that company now, or the people that are running Gibson now, or the people that are running Martin now, I think they're ripping people off. So that's it. So you'll see here my lotto tickets because I figured, how am I going to? I still want my one guitar that I still want is a Boucher HG 56 or 46. So maybe I'll start a GoFundMe page, but I don't think people like me enough. They probably think I'm too big an asshole that I could maybe raise somehow $8,000 on a GoFundMe page to get a guitar. That would be Dieter's thing. So anyway, and I really like this amp. I'm not going to put much reverb on it, just a touch. It's got a spring reverb on it. One time morning, girl, I wake up, I see the sunlight in your eyes. But this is more about this great little guitar that I think is overrated. It's called an Exit 22. It has 22 frets, short scale. And when it first came out, and I don't care about this shit, but some people do. Guitar Player magazine gave it Guitar of the Year. I forget what year it came out. Somewhere around 2000, I think. Simple controls, 5-way switch, 3 pickups. So I'll just go through some of that again because it's such a nice guitar. Of course, it had a high gloss finish on it. I scraped it off. But it's a very nicely sculpted guitar. It's a comfortable guitar. It's heavy because it's solid mahogany and maple neck, but beautiful neck. So this is with the tone at half and the neck pickup. Breaking up a bit there. Now this is the second position, which I believe is the neck pickup with the middle pickup. That's what it sounds like. I'm not going to touch the things, I'm just going to go through the pickups with you. And in the middle position, I believe it's just the middle pickup, single coil. And then we're with fourth position now. I think that is just the middle pickup with the humbucker. That's what I think it is. That's what it sounds like. And then the fifth position is just the humbucker on the bridge. And I tell you, man, this is one wicked guitar. It's got some nasty snarl. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I love the electrics I've gotten into since then. But this is more than enough. So any of you out there who are fortunate enough to have an Exit 22, I would tell you to your face, if you sell this guitar, you are out of your freaking mind, okay? Because like for 6-7 years, it was more than good enough for me. Not that I'm a great player, but and it doesn't even have a whammy bar. But what a solid guitar, a beautiful guitar, a well-made. Like I said, I really wanted to love that American or Mexican Telecaster, and I walked out with this. This is about, honestly, this was less than half the price and a better guitar. So that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. Wiedersehen, happy plucking.